Afei na Nana Addo who say Padis no edini bone. But your excellency, don't do the reshuffle. Reshuffle now person oye no menye. It's too late. Stop it. But you see, some of us will go down in history that we wanted to save you. But some people around you who wanted to steal thought that were the bad nuts. You find no change, eh? Asampa eba me be adwuma nne mabreu. Because me kwa na me People's Assembly Friday of Anglo from 11:22. Me jina me na so awia no so up to 5:32. Ewango. Nana Kwadwo Apefa Nicholas Efo Japasu. They were asking me, wo energy do unya free hin. Menkwa na meti ase, ene me maame. Ene me nim baby me energy no e free. Emfa no ntonche. Nana Addo dankwa Akufo-Addo 2022 budget. Also, budget to be a kind on behalf of the president. But I want to sit here and tell you, some of the budgets are not read on behalf of the president. Some of the budgets are expunged from the interest, egoistic understanding, the whims and caprices of some people around the president. That is why, mysteriously, I want to use this word, mysteriously, J.A. Kufuor reshuffled Osafo midnight. Me, matino memha. Me suya die. Enye classroom, me suya die. Eti, die huya ya, that's what ya humache. No, Osafo nye finance minister bium. Yeah, de amakojo ba redu. Yen finance to change. Na kroya ye womin 2022, Your Excellency, I promised you May, November, I will give you details of whatever is happening around you. If you want to take action, fine. If you don't want to take action, no problem, because how many days are left? You have barely 2 months to go. 7th January, you are not a president. John Dramani Mahama will take over. Take it or leave it. And let me say this. Nana Addo Akufo-Addo 2022 budget. They established the Development Bank Ghana, DBG. Baby, amedui emodu. Me peso biya yi nasum. I have only 15 minutes to end Fabewoso. Pacho yiwasum ne dimechi. June 2022. Mashao Modadada from October said November we know. And yet I will use documents. And some of the documents, me myself, I am afraid to even project. But I don't know. I can ask my producer to come and airdrop this and put it on the screens. June 2022, this government, as part of their budget statement, promised the people of this country that they would put up, they will establish, they will set up a development bank Ghana. Now, this government secured a $750 million grant. Later we were told it's a loan. Say a casa grant ewa memwo mu a eya chede. Say na enye grant no mubwa. Kenoforiata lied to us. That is why the president is angry with him. But let me ask you another question. I be Kenoforiata desk can be a sin that ye year free or Jubilee House. Hard door. You see, Samimi ye CPP ni. Na me first Samia. Oye APC ni finance minister. Asembe to me. Enfa ho so oye mba. Nti etoda party fufroba. memfa no finance minister nyame ne hene $750 million and aban we and set up Development Bank Ghana. Go and read 2022 budget for 2023. I think it was 2021 for 2022. Aban we no the taxpayers money another 1 billion Ghana cedis or p and so $750 million and so. And then a banker yet in 2022 year June I started boka. And let me say this, Your Excellency, if you want a copy of the internal audit report of the Development Bank Ghana, I got a copy. I can forward that to your office. Ghana for so what kind of report we are home? Corruption, mismanagement, procurement breaches, staff intimidation, conflict of interest, and also say you do baby a buy say onisika enti me kwadwo smart me mfa basem nsi. I behave like Kwame Nkrumah because I am. Match now baby I'm sikada. No akwa my account to. Me a bond I was stand chat. Kode komisa. Aban say kwadwo smart usika na mafa. Because Ghana deka. Me de no pode fansa me ya brantie. Me ho odey metime hurihuri. Na mom me ma me grow ya kufu. Any penifobia can one bon kwakura ne mmerewa. Once one sikampo aban say wafa because Ghana boka. Na bank aban yatie e boka. Me share report ni nyina mu wie ye no. I read the report this whole night. And I have a witness to tell you as early as 2:45 a.m. I was awake. One thing I observed from the report, the following are some of the key issues that need attention by the government and donors. Me post the idea way on my Facebook wall. This is how I summarized the 57-page document. One, this is what I wrote. This one is what I wrote. This is what I personally wrote. Okay. One, dominance of single source procurement. Me bro for no Ayapam Secondary School, Timpacho. Same kaina anya woda fache me. One, despite the bank's stated preference for open competitive procurement, single sourcing was used for 67% of the vendor contracts reviewed by myself, Kwadwo Smart, representing a value of 418 million Ghana cedis in June 2023. A 360% increase from the previous year. This raises concern about potential favoritism and inflated costs. Now watch this. Bank na say ya me no ka say no 2023 nkwano contract mu keke 750 million abande ko hono emu 418 million ayira through contract me na meka. Now watch this. Development Bank Ghana awarded 6 million in contracts to single consulting firm Asamoah and Williams Consulting. Mabodin, who is the owner? And surprisingly, this owner is also a worker. Any pasa company way ayene dia no osanso ye adwuma our bank nim. He was awarded a $6 million contract for critical services. Mpacho bank mo amoye bankers wo Ghana and then you find the critical services. When him say adwuma staff na wo bank na banking in 2022. Sorry, wo mo ye no eno an ya sign the ama contract a consultant no. Eti ono de beba no na workers na ye wie but na etua $6 million US. Hey, you are be a concentration risk. Where and you say representing concentration risk keke. But we so no a contradict standard best practices in vendor management. Okay, number 2, this is what I wrote. Procurement irregularities and conflict of interest. Multiple allegations have surfaced regarding improper procurement practices, with top executives appearing to abuse their position for personal gains. These include the following. Me say, me kind 57-page document no ye no. Me will say any pebi wo bank ni mu a sanka Abraham Timanimu na waye na dwen say ono na emma ne camera number 3. Enti no say ekoto cam number 3 ne nan miensen a tripod na o say age me and me kwa akoto. Now afetie ade bia ehu na enwanwa e wasem we bu ne say computers. When we said that's on IT contract. Now listen carefully. A $17 million IT contract was awarded highly questionable circumstances with a supplementary contract signed solely by the CEO, Mr. Kwamina Benti Enchelduka, Ninuya Enimrekuduka. By and large, mom call it going to canon. By and large, Yakatan Ebusiani no bypassing required internal governance protocols. This transaction reeks of malpractice and deliberate undermining of institutional checks and balances. It's a yasi kwato computers so JB, wamu kwato computers. Computers require $17 million. Just computers. IT contract. Information technology contract. $17 million US. This was solely signed by the CEO of Development Bank Ghana. His name is Mr. Kwamina Benti Enchelduka. B, from what I wrote, the CEO of DBG, in breach of conflict of interest regulation, holds shares among the top 10 shareholders in Fidelity Bank. An institution that benefits from DBG's wholesale funding. The CEO has approved where a Pam Secondary School brofo pacho. The CEO has approved investment transactions in favor of Fidelity Bank, some at concessionary rates, further raising suspicion of ethical misconduct. Where a Pam brofo. We are there now, we are CEO, Emma Bank, I attended 2022. So, Fidelity Bank Ghana, shareholders 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ghana for 30.8 million. Any pattern of one sick pa doso, or my shareholders of Fidelity Bank, no, Papa Ika home. And I want Fidelity Bank to come out Because that is my best bank in this country. I save with Fidelity Bank. I love Fidelity Bank. But this one, I need answers from Fidelity Bank, Ghana. Somebody must come clear and clean. C. Why many suspects suspect that some board members of DBG, those of you calling me, stop calling. Because this story, nobody can gag us. We will do it. Stop calling my phone. Okay. Why many suspect that some board members of DBG are in collusion is that the current board chairman of CBD, Dr. Yao Ansu, is also the board chair of GIRSAL, GIRSAL. We are board chairman. Emma Development Bank Ghana. The same person is the board chairman, Emma GIRSAL, where the latter has benefited from projects under the guise of his induced and coerced collaboration. So nipa na oye board chairman Emma DBG no ono aso oye board chairman Emma sa company e fa GIRSAL e go for kan GIRSAL. One of such projects is an existing compact of 19.6 million Ghana cedis to implement activities in some 5 priority agricultural value chain, where Mofes extension remain a mere collaborator only on paper, just to tick the boxes. In the face of this conflict of interest, how can the chairman truly exercise his duty professionally? Who watches over the compromised watchman? 3. Significant cost variation. The report uncovered substantial discrepancies between estimated and actual cost for several projects, raising concerns about budgetary control and transparency. I want to cite an example here. The cost for office fit out. Mr. True, office fit out here then. Akonya, table, air conditioning, workstation, den, carpet, afeti. The cost for office fit out. Sabrofu e no anadwo me frɛ nipa miensa. Say for them to tell me, I am saying nobody should call me. I know the numbers. Because I've spoken to all of you that nobody can stop me on this matter. Miria, I'll forward the internal audit report to our lawyer. That is why I am telling you what I summarized. And the lawyer of Media General will advise going into details of this particular issue. And so I realize here, TV no entenkoi, entenkonso. There has been an instruction that the gentleman is not against the president. He wanted the best for him. Apim. The cost for office fit out for the 5th floor skyrocketed by 65% from an estimated $600,000 to an actual expenditure of $991,000 without adequate justification provided to the procurement committee. Now watch this. You see a diner bank no woman. You see us here. 1st floor, 2nd floor, 3rd floor, 4th floor, 5th floor. It's a brosena tosu enumno. Sika ya di to nkonya. Tiebiye enkonya any table egu mu no eye $991,000, almost $1 million. Money ye dey you said to nkonya. Your Excellency, I know you are watching this morning. $991,000 ye dia to nkonya. Meanwhile, sir, ukwaji besia ana bank bia or transactia or insurance or insurance at the toso. That way na yesre say the National Security Minister Honorable Albert Kandapa, Bank of Ghana should step in now. Because this is dangerously dangerous. Radio this was say. They can take over. But I've got some questions that I demand answers immediately from my summary. This is what I did. I summarized this. Now, in order for you to know, sir, and yes, sir, my Bobby team, and yes, sir, my Bobby team, and I make a assumption on the way. Internal Audit Report Department, Procure to Pay Risk Management, Internal Audit Report, DBG 2024/24/02. I want you to see it so that you don't sit anywhere and say that somebody is sitting somewhere. No, Baba, no, can you pay? Don't worry your body. Come back home. I just want you to know. Me pesa me ma woti ase ma can't show pesa o mem ha panie to akufa do bedroom maybe on Rebecca damete Jimmy Siminfi. And I have questions to ask. The report reveals lack of thorough due diligence on certain vendors, particularly those involved in high-value contracts. This failure to properly vet vendors raises red flags about potential risks, including financial instability, non-compliance with regulations, and potential reputational damage to DBG. Now, who caused them? That's my first question. Second question. Instances of overlapping or repeated deliverables from different consultants raise questions about the effectiveness of contract management and potential waste of funds. Now, who caused them? Question number 3. Despite a warning from the Bank of Ghana, now watch this. The Bank of Ghana wrote to this bank, alerting them of the fraud, the rot, the financial malfeasance, financial mismanagement, and all. So this is what I wrote. Despite a warning from the Bank of Ghana in 2023, DBG continues to price some services in US dollars, violating the central bank's directive. This persistent disregard for regulation highlights a concerning lack of compliance. The next question is, now who caused some? Question number 4. The report which I read and I've just shown you points to a lack of clear procedure for handling cost variations, raising concerns about transparency and accountability in the bank's financial management. The absence of a code of conduct for the procurement function, as mandated by law, further amplifies these concerns. The question is, now who caused some? My final question, after which I'll tell Sammy that the things he highlighted and summarized had nothing to do with intelligence. It got to do with the bank. DBG's internal governance structure appears to be severely compromised by the unchecked influence of certain executives and board members. Whistleblowers within the institution have reported a toxic corporate culture marked by intimidation, arbitrary reassignment of staff, and even non-strategic termination of those who will not yield to the CEO's whims and caprices. There is suppression of dissent, baseless suspensions stemming from personal grievances of the CEO and general disregard for employees' rights. The question is, now who caused some? I must say this without any fear or favor, that the CEO has created a climate of fear characterized by unreasonable threats and a pervasive culture of silence that has allowed numerous procurement irregularities and unethical governance practice to remain unchallenged. Marinka Sebinchra na obi ewo bank we mu odi oye party me pese me chirem no obi ehu nipa kono na nipa no oye party CEO of bank bi oja ne yire wo fie na ode ne girlfriend koi and obi so twa pictures enipa na o twa pictures wo party na se no ono onim say sami girlfriend ni Grace onim say Nana Bawumia ni girlfriend apam and ono so post pictures no okay see or say adent the nipa na oye party no wa makwan mo bia betwa mfoni e wase into was suspended no we say there's more to come and then mama we buy no mama kai obi a oka twia and the DC asked who said shia me summary way say ya me TV so me copy dia to Facebook, but I again want to reiterate the fact that makachra na masha boss November we no is a month of document and serious exposure. Serious expose. That's what is going to happen this month. This is the very first Monday of this month. Share. We any you maybe any near the extra say keke. Keke. Okay. We are no mama nkosoro. Me catch us say 57 pages. Mama highlight what's there na here? Oh, paper way. Machine way. I said, Obia my bribe. Oh, shut up and listen to me. Bam ye. Bam. 57 pages. And I told you, is there. I have finished reading it. And I dream it and temper. By 8:30, uja for me call. Because I had an agenda. And I'm sorry. I catch us, I say, Fatum. Any 57 pages. Yet your baby in a Ghana buying essay was setting up bank. Your Excellency, I will forward this document to your WhatsApp number. The 027. So check it. Check it now. I will forward this document to His Excellency the President. With him. Me was saying me never me bought audio no. Me bo wi a me nka ho hwe ne me gya to na mko. Na me maka kire wo say hwe me wi ase a me ba ye wo ho me ni bibia ye wo. So what you say me wo hwe ye a wo boa me ni hwe ye Meme wadaje pa adaje a me wo na Ghana. Meme ni hweye apart from Ghana. Eno a opa fra me ma me sesi a na bisa no. Me ka che se wa wo so wo be wo ba Ghana fo age wo be fi wo nsem. Bisa ma me. Afi o se kwadwo omo ye den kra me na me wo na so wo boa. Opa fra me ma me sesi a na bisa no. Me wadaje e wo man Ghana ho. Say ya me no ka say sa bank na yeti ni 2022 oso waboka 700 million Ghana cedis ba hwew Pakwesi Ndium bank yagunu Dr. Kwamalado for bank yagunu Kote Jani bank yagunu Royal bank yagunu maminka asem we nchira banks na yagunu no Bawumia ene gunu. Now let me tell you why Bawumia and a good banks no. Watch this. Time Bawumia Oba Ghana hano enye JA Kufuor and a fan the Bank of Ghana Dr. Kwamalado for and a fan Bawumia or Bank of Ghana adwumam. That time no a Bank of Ghana governor. So we nima biso no ankasa Bawumia no nka nkyerɛw. That time no then the NDC party card number. I don't know if I'm permitted to mention it. Come up Bawumia NDC party card number now. I still have a copy. Enuti ena MPP penny for Ghana hey na tama Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo bo ni din no modwa. Because that kind of Oriata, our affiliation with the NDC. In 2008, July, when we call Nigeria, Eko Pesika when Obasanjo called them that they were looking for money. They were asked that what is this guy doing here? They were referring to kind of Oriata. He must leave the meeting before we continue. Mr. Kind of Oriata now, one I am a witness. He was asked to leave that meeting and he left. In 2008, July. Men sama minimu krum hawon. Any information here woman semono. Ayan and sembi o hwa mempese meko. 80. They were rather looking for a running mate for Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. I am sitting here today and I'm saying this on authority. I don't care wherever anybody will invite me. I will come and prove to you. Say Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo the selected Bawumia. It was Ken Ofori-Atta and Gabi Ocheredako. That time, na Ken Ofori-Atta, ne bank no pay bem. Aye ni yem ne betim. So Kwamalado was the one, no a Bank of Ghana governor. The only person who was working on it was Mahamudu Bawumia. Now listen to this history and story well. So ko jina baby aka wakan yie ko 7:30 pepepe mewie. One. Ni na ko ye kosi ye no. Bawumia was able to help Ken Ofori-Atta secure whatever documentation or whatever. Because don't forget that Bawumia had an oversight responsibility over the risk and surveillance over Bank of Ghana. Main code details. Because sikabi yira wo see one time be koso ewo ho eno enye ne be 15th November ho kono. I'll bring you document and evidence. Mimbie manu nka sema minimu da. And I'm in cancer about me rieska Mrs. Kayira ho. Sikabe twa yira wo fie our bedroom na da wa adwumam. But I know the nonsense I am talking about. It's a do set that not do here obia. Oben running mate no. He was scouting. And then Ken Ofori-Atta and Gabi Ocheredako said that, oh, we know this gentleman at the Bank of Ghana. But that's one that's the son of Alaji Bawumia, a very prominent NDC person. Nana Chubrik. Abrantia no waping obeboa. Yabutre na fano. Eti na ma ansa na Bawumia 2008 dem ameka se media mi ba no mansumanu ye de ndi sisika sa na afenu sa. O kai sa asem no. Krom ha ye nim nsam o. Mi ba no mansumanu. Enti Bawumia ma me ye me dance ni. Any team pine. Ena MPP mpanifo a wo party mu that time. When we hear meeting no Kennedy Japan wan kobi temye. Sa meeting na when we hear no Kennedy wan kobi. Sa meeting when we hear Okumase ahojo. Hotel na when we hear sa meeting no wo free eye ahojo roundabout. Na wo kwa Santase roundabout. Oko kakra obefa wonsa right. Ofa right wan krofo ton cars wo ho. Okwa abekwa kotu T junction na wafa right say bi. No obefa wo left rather. Ufi ahojo roundabout kwa obefa wo left. Ufa left na akoya be 10 seconds drive. Obekwa kotu T junction na wafa wonsa right. Obekono na sa hotel no so eda wonsa left. Wo Kumase ne hotel ni di. E ho na MPP mpanifo no eye meeting no time Nana Addo dankwa Akufo-Addo ye na adwen so obefa Bawumia. Eno na Kennedy Japan nya hint. A ne bufu ye the very first person a oba TVs no radio so say on pene ma ye mfa Bawumia. Because they knew say his father was a traitor. Ne papa yi Kwame Nkrumah man. Na ne papa so saso yi UP man ye wo parliament. Tino munim no. Sa de na ye de wo mojam. Nti abrante no obeyi Ghana ama. I swear. Oda pa mo fama na mo hwa de. Me se guy no obebi betray Ghana. Oda mo pa. Mo fa me mo man na mo hwa de. Obebi betray Ghana. Ko se wo mojam. Ide awoni mojam. Anko be fa Ghana ni ne running mate. Chebibiom nko befa Ghana ni as running mate. This is what happened. And apa uja for the afano. Eti banks na ye gu ni krom hano. I am telling you today Bawumia ne gu no. Because that they could do in say Can you forget about what hang as about me didn't say good chi? Bawumia hang Aje Gabi bo hang Nana sorry Bawumia didn't say good chi. Why? These are the two people who spearheaded, manipulated, re-engineered, re-facilitated, re-orchestrated to push him to become the running mate of the cousin and uncle. So, who becomes the hatchet man? Bawumia cabinet. Abrante bi per se, onone bank. Eti bi jina brane. Eti bibiye beko cabinet a. Efa finance ho any banking who be ano umupiamba Bawumia na Bawumia defend. That is why Bawumia single-handedly defended the collapse of 17 innocent banks. They published the report. Unfortunately, on our part, some of us, we took the report and reviewed the report as it was that time that was being prepared. But when I left multimedia, I said, no, let me go deeper into this matter. Something doesn't add up. Because obi tisa kwabana for ono odi ne sika amba ban besia na ban de tua contract sika nti aban de ne ka na wo ye de na wo de me ka na ukum me ba ugum me bank Parkway Syndrome GN Bank aban kwaje several billions e wo Parkway Syndrome odi tua contract sika said e be yo metumi aye kwan ama aban te de na but so when I mean be a document so no kwanyo go back to this. Then I realized that something was actually fishy. some things were actually not adding up. All because somebody wanted his bank to rule over all the banks. And because Bawumia was a corporate, he also succumbed to their understanding and the music they were playing. Fast forward. And banks. And one of the things Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia said, and I went quickly to Google to research into it, said, UK krano, clean up our banking sector. I quickly went out there, Google it, found it, read it on Adom FM. Faber was so like this, Bumusa, say UK kurayibi. Not knowing it was clandestinely pushed to kill certain national interest for somebody's parochial interest. And as of that time, if I said anything about the banks, owners, forgive me. Workers, forgive me. Because I had a report from the National Security that I was reviewing. And I've taken my time over the years to go deeper into this. It's taken me over 4 years to research, to investigate, to come out with this. All of a sudden, SIC Swegu, SIC for CEO. Let me tell you, managing director, your document is here. This month, the November we want huba. Na me pa na me da fie. Me peso am na fie. This month November is a dangerous month. SIC mon krata wa ha. Data bank mon krata wa ha. Enterprise insurance mon krata wa ha. ADB mon krata wa ha. And I buy mu from a Bob Prudential Bank besia mosimun tuano monsumun krata wa ha. Prudential Bank me sheda dem ko save you so I can become a customer. Let me interest. Because as a customer, I have shares in there. I have interest. So I have an account or Prudential Bank. I buy mu ministers, MPs, any government functionaries, Mabo Prudential Bank, Besiamfie na musimuntiano, Mebu Mudin. Sao Kai say, and maybe I be saying kono. I buy no was so that I think it was Rawlins's government. As a J. Kufobe Baba, what I say, then Crawford list beto wa Mabo ADB Bank, Besia. That time now, Papa ya of voter of Keta, I've forgotten his name. Oh. And yeah, Victor Salome. Victor Salome was a deputy finance minister. Bakubi was a Greek or something minister. I've forgotten the name. You do me na list beto abontegi. So mabo ADB besia omuntuai. The same thing is happening at Prudential Bank. And me can't say me slow, me evidence. Man to we no, me lawyer friend me am si somuje wadoa. Me boss wa lawyer friend me am si somuje. But me the Development Bank Ghana and a chassis ene e china bukuada yawada eni fiada me wie bank no. Na fe ma call SIC. If you SIC a me call Prudential Bank. Me free Prudential Banker. Me call Bank of Ghana. Report that Bank of Ghana for the Babonten womu boa. The original draft no menya copy. Draft na omo ye the draft no proper draft na ekoko company fo bi ho e mo massage ye no mo Ghana she ye no me wo draft copy no me wo eti ye the omo publishing to her na the draft no so ato her ye be do November ending 30 days are September, April, June, and November. All the rest are 31, except February alone, which has 28 days and 29 days in the leap year. Yeah, we do 30th November. Now what dream what the 30 days are September, April, June, and November. All the rest are 31. Now what dream what the I have only 3 minutes. It's a person who say. O maina asay no me enya say na minimo na minim but bibia nipa wo ye bia no you got to be strategic rot na e what system imu no ho. But let me say this before I come back me di kan catch them right from the beginning of this show, and then edition say president ye ma won hwe Ghana TV anamwa some catch them ye ma won tie Ghana radio. Ubeko president living room, yeah, kind of hall CNN. Ubeko the bedroom BBC. Nana Addo first no show Al Jazeera. And on mukachen Al Jazeera 4 years expose no say hey on show Al Jazeera bi o president I stress no go to BBC or Nana Addo bedroom. Eti CNN BBC etoda ABC. Eti we a president the one who no person what na what but a toda so we extra smart a toda so we super extra smart. But I think said Nana Addo asemi o catch and say he wanted to run fast or he was running fast or person go speed into appointing 125 ministers. Let me sit here and tell you today on authority 60% of the rot in our system was orchestrated by Bawumia. Me come you. Me say 60%. Drumidie katasishe proye ene kankanya akoso ewo 2017 ebe say na me no kase ohanche chemaduasia Bawumia na kose ye. And by the end of November, you understand. Say yes, enemy chat to so. What was that TV in Tengoy? So was that TV no? Tengoy, console. Mama Mistiano. Eti. Emma Nana Addo bedru eye anro. Mayana manye. Uja funa wadja machine omudi enti otere nsa mensa no call machi enye se na me pese machi Nana Addo because this was live on TV. The atiani say tiemiye the atiani say afei na akwakora no na ni aba de ho so bad your excellency is too late. Your excellency, this is too late. Unfortunately, you have actually lived your 8 years as the president of the republic. I salute you, sir. God bless you and may he give you long life so you will see proper governance and how a vice president to say Jena no Poku Ajiman will behave. I want Nana Addo to live to see how a female vice president, Professor Nana Opoku Ajiman, will act as a trustworthy, loyal vice president. It's in Nana Addo Asame no kai or say first no say oh honey over Mama Hama. Mayana oh honey over Mama Hama. Mayana Maya. Afei wa no Nana Addo say enipa bia Ghana fo be kwa akoto aba amano no. Ono ena ono Nana Addo obe honey over e de amano. Pacho wutie no tie ni tra meboa na wonti ase when Nana Addo was coming, this is a purely security issue, but the CAW intina mi chiromu Nana Addo ba ye no Nana Addo bedru ye no one for be ndi na che vinkra ya ba apart from Captain Koda and 2 bodyguards. Me let me tell you, national security ni ma ye bida fellow Ghanaians mfie nwotwe intiminim. They use local entourage. Eti Anglo DC, any honorable lecture, water regional minister, they left the festival grounds, Deba grounds, straight to baby helicopter because here, all but not lecture come. Apart from honorable Lydia Alasa. Not even a single minister. And Nana Addo did the and Yami Adoma Friday, Patraya Monkaime Friday, Momorefi, Metro Dientia, Nana Addo, upper ministers in the free nachi.
Mayana, Manye,
Afena, Kwaku, who say, Padis near Cromford, but I too late.
As someone near, someone near.
Sister, Medase, Mary, by Yami Adoma, and I said, me, Bessie,